What is up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Talk MMA. As always, I'm Colby.
I'm Brodie.
And as always, man, I am very, very excited for this one. I feel like I say that every week now, but something in the air, man. And I think we all know what it is. BMF belt on the line. I don't care what you say about this belt. I'm happy it exists, and I'm happy it's these two fighting for it this weekend. I'm just sad that someone has to lose it. We'll get to that when we get to it. Kicking off this fight card, man, we got Luke Fernandez, 6-0, going up against Rodolfo Bellato, one of the few with four digits in his last five. He's 2-1, 1-1 after that acting performance against Paul Craig. Luke Fernandez, he's good. He's coming off a 15-second knockout over Rafael Progentino in the Dana White Contender Series. 15 seconds, he landed about 9 to 11 shots, so that's bringing his strikes landed per minute up to a whopping 32, so don't let that confuse you if you see it. He's an undefeated prospect out of Dante Riviera, BJJ. He's a former Division III college wrestler, and he's making a proper UFC debut now. Rodolfo Bellato, yeah, you kind of get what you get with him. He I don't even know what to say about Rodolfo, man. I'm not a huge fan. He's not that good. His striking isn't that great. His wrestling isn't that great. He's not that tough, so I can't even give that to him because he's a quitter. Um, I will say I don't think Luke Fernandez comes out and finishes him in 15 seconds. I do think Fernandez probably finishes him in the first or second round, though. So my official prediction is going to be Luke Fernandez to get a KO, starting this card off right. Hot prospect.
Like, respect the pick, like the pick. Yeah, you broke it down pretty much perfectly. I mean, Luke Fernandez still very early in his career for only being 30, though. 6-0 for only 30 means he started in the pro MMA a little bit late, but he's good everywhere. Mixes up styles well. Uh, like you said, that 15-second flash KO he got on the Contender Series. This man has choked out Phil Hawes and Eric Anders in grappling matches. So that's insane. His grappling's set. His
Yeah,
grappling's in check.
his grappling's
He's
no
good.
joke. Very high
His
level
cardio can
BJJ.
go. His cardio can go for 3 rounds. He's gone to 4 rounds before, and still won. Works clinch good. His chin really never been tested. That might be his only downfall here. But he has a great left hook. There's so much power in his left hook. Uh, Bellato, good grappler.
Yeah,
Very heavy-handed. He's not afraid to enter firefights. He throws bombs. Poor takedowns. Good top control. Tends to chase subs. Negative strike differential. Low volume. He does push the pace, though. Keeps up the constant pressure. He's durable. If he can weather the first round of this, there is a chance that he loses a decision. A chance. He could still get subbed. But he brings hard leg kicks, hard body shots. He has a high takedown defense at 94%. He's been put out twice by Petrino. And he's a 2-time Dana White Contender Series alumni. Bellato probably shouldn't have won his fight against Ihor Potieria. That fight should have been stopped around 1, I believe. I think Ihor should have won that fight. Karut, I believe that fight should have been stopped. I think Karut should have won that. That shouldn't
yep.
have been a draw. So there's a couple asterisks next to Bellato's last few. I like Fernandez. I like the KO call. I like the round 1. Fernandez round 1 KO.
Yeah, I like it. Lock it. Moving up. You can kick this one off, Brodie.
Oh, okay. We got Young Lee taking on Gaston Bellatos. Bellatos 8-5 in his career, 2-2 in the UFC, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off a round 2 rear naked choke loss to Quang Lee. Young Lee 11-3 in his career, 2-2 in the UFC, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off a decision loss to Wiley Cat up at catch weight, because Wiley Cat couldn't make weight. He never seems to. Bollanos, elite Muay Thai striker, decent power, lots of grappling holes, no wrestling upside at all. Terrible takedown defense at 42%, but he's entertaining, he's explosive, he can make things fun. Makes a lot of mistakes on the ground. He's a former kickboxing champion, lots of spin moves, but he's been taken down by all his recent UFC opponents. Jung Lee, boxer, hits hard, hits fast. He wasn't finished by the overweight Wily Cat, which I like that. Stepped down and comp from his last fight. I think Wily Cat's way better than Bollanos. He's somewhat durable. His chin's kind of questionable. It is a short notice fight for him. He's on, what, a week's notice?
Week and a
It's a
half.
week and a half's notice. It was supposed to be Ju Seng Yu,
Yeah.
I believe, fighting Bollanos. Might be training for. I think he was already training for a fight though, Lee. But he was dazed and KO'd, standing KO'd by Hyder and Mill. He has a long jab, good sprawls, only 2 takedowns in his UFC career, and he's gonna probably need to grapple here to win. I think Lee does have 3 submission wins in his career. I like the submission call here. Bollanos is terrible on the ground. It's an easy way to victory. Take him down, get his back, choke him out. I'm gonna go Young Lee by submission.
Yeah, I like the breakdown, man. Let me just get this pulled up real quick. Yeah, I like the breakdown. So, the Korean Tiger, he's fighting for his life after back-to-back UFC losses. Brutal TKO by Hyder Emil, like you said. Emil was able to pull him into his game and got him into a firefight. And that's just not Jung Young Lee. Got out-grappled by Daniel Santos, like you said. And mind you, Bollanos is a former bantamweight. He's moving up to 145. So Lee's going to be a bit bigger than him. He's going to have the reach. He's going to have the grappling advantage. And I think you're right. I think Lee is going to try to avoid striking with Bollanos. I think Lee is going to try to lean heavy on his wrestling. And I think he's going to be playing it very, very safe. Because, as you all know, there's position and there's submission. You lose position going for the submission. I think Lee is going to be very, very desperate for a win here, and I don't think he cares how he gets it. I think he's just going to grind him out, and we're going to see a very boring decision. I could see the sub because Bollanos just doesn't have good ground game, but I think Lee is going to play it as safe as possible, and he's going to try to just kind of grind the face with elbows, land a little bit of ground and pound if he can't, but you're not going to see him going crazy with ground and pound unless it's the last 10 seconds of the round. Not that Bollanos is going to have great sweeps or get up game, but there's the possibility that he ends up back on the feet with him, and Bollanos could piece up Jung Young Lee on the feet. He's a good boxer, but Gaston's a fantastic Muay Thai artist. So give me Jung Young Lee by decision.
Respect it. I can see either one happening.
Yeah. We'll have to check the either or odds. Moving up, third fight on the card, we got Rafael Tobias going up against Dayar Nurgozhay. Rafael Tobias, 23-year-old Brazilian with an 85% finish rate, won his contender series in September of 2025 with a first round rear naked choke. He's young, he's explosive, he's very, very aggressive. He will try to pressure Nurgozhay right up against the fence. He's going to try to force grappling exchanges, and I think he's going to be able to do whatever he wants in this fight. Nurgozhay fighting out of Kazakhstan, I believe, or Uzbekistan, one of those Ekistans, and there was some hype around him for a bit, but he just hasn't really shown to be as great as people were saying he was going to be. Rafael Tobias, a little bit younger, a little bit more experienced, and I think he's going to be able to get this fight to the ground, no problem, and I don't think Nurgozhay is going to have an answer for it, so give me Rafael Tobias by submission. Probably in the first or second round. I think he's going to get him down to the ground within the first minute of the fight.
I respect it. I could see that. I could definitely see that happening. I think I actually might tail the exact same thing. I like Tobias around 1 sub. I mean, wrestler with great ground control. He shines down on the ground. He's heavy-handed Muay Thai striking on the feet. He's a raw athlete. A little stiff with striking. He does have a little bit of a shiny padded record, but he's composed in the cage, believes in his pure power, doesn't use his hooks on the ground. That's what bugs me about him and his subs. I saw him the Dana White Contender Series when he locked in his rear naked choke. He didn't put the hooks in. He just believed so much in his squeeze, and that worries me.
Yeah, you can
It'll
lose
probably
that
work
position.
against. It could probably work here against Nurgozhay, but I don't think it's gonna work against a lot other people. And
Yeah.
if Nurgozhay's been working a bit on the ground game, it's not gonna work on him either. But he's still young. Tobias is still young, only 22 years old. Like, cares more about the submission before the position. He throws hard leg kicks, poor head movement, BJJ brown belt. There was rumors of roids in his past. As fights tend to go on, his jab gets really lazy, gives up space, throws a lot less. Nurgozhay, wrestler with huge hands, supposed to be a great prospect, and he's not. Was finding finishes outside the UFC, but he can't get a win inside. Extremely hittable, he will stand in your face and he pokes his own eye.
Yep.
He just pokes his own eye.
You guys got to see
If
that
you
if you
can't
don't
beat
know
a
what
guy,
he's talking about.
if you can't beat a guy who's constantly poking himself in the eye, you don't deserve to be in the UFC. You don't. So Tobias should get an easy sub win. Nurgozhay is gonna poke himself in the eye. Tobias is gonna take him down, lock up a sub, and that's gonna be it. Tobias round 1 submission.
Yeah, love it. All right, moving up.
Sumudaerji versus Jesus Aguilar.
This
Sumudaerji,
picture, I
18
gotta
and
say,
7.
does no justice for how crazy they're gonna look standing across from each other.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
got like the polar
Sumudaerji,
opposite builds.
18 and 7 in his career, 5 and 4 in the UFC, 2 and 3 in his last 5, coming off a decision win over Kevin Borjas. Jesus Aguilar, 12 and 3 in his career, 4 and 2 in the UFC, 4 and 1 in his last 5, coming off a decision win over Luis Garule. Sumudaerji, fast and accurate striker, lands about half of his shots. That's 50% accuracy. He's a sharp striker, but he can't grapple to save his life. When he's on his back, he cannot get off it. Apparently, he's been improving his wrestling skills working with Team Alpha Male, grappling a lot more as of late. On the feet, he has good volume at 4 significant strikes per minute, good footwork, great in and out movements, and he's fought and beat tougher competition. He has okay takedown defense at about 71%. He has 7 losses in his career. 6 of them are by submission. He's going to want to keep range here because he has a 10-inch reach advantage. Aguilar is a grappler that has no problem throwing heavy hands in a firefight. He is durable with more power on his side than Sumudaerji does. Decent boxing, he throws okay combos, tends to be a little wild at times, his takedowns suck. He moves forward and makes it ugly. He has 8 stoppages in his career, 5 of them are by Gilly. He doesn't shoot takedowns, he waits for you to shoot on him and then he will lock up that Gilly as fast as he can. He is good in scrambles, but he outpointed Garule, which Garule proved to be a bum. Aguilar can burn his arms out selling for that Gilly, and he will always stay busy on bottom. I feel like I'm selling myself to the Aguilar side, but I'm not. I'm taking Sumudaerji by decision. I don't think Sumudaerji is going down here. I don't think Aguilar is going to be able to get him to the ground. I think that 10-inch reach advantage is going to be the major difference in this fight. Sumudaerji decision.
Yeah, perfectly said, man. As long as Sumudaerji sticks to the game plan, he's going to be trying to stick to the outside. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. He does not want to be on the ground with Jesus Aguilar. The physical discrepancy here has to be mentioned. Sumudaerji is very tall, long, southpaw striker. Like Brodie said, 10-inch reach advantage. And Aguilar is just like a little brick shithouse. He is very stocky. The squeeze he has on that guillotine is insane. Insane. So if Sumudaerji gets too reactive with his takedown defense and his neck is sticking out even a little bit, Jesus does not wait for you to get to the ground to grab that guillotine. I'm not going to make my pick based off a potential moment in the fight when I think Sumudaerji is going to be winning minutes in the fight. But I will say Jesus Aguilar definitely a live underdog here. If you think he's able to get Sumudaerji down or Aguilar inside the distance, decision no action's really good because he's realistically probably has a better chance of getting a finish. And I don't think Aguilar is gonna get knocked out here. So I have the same pick, Sumudaerji by decision. Pitter patter his way, probably 30-27, maybe 29-28. See
Yeah, I
what we,
could see a 29-28.
yeah. All right, moving up. Got Cody Durden going up against Nyamjagal Tumendemberel. Try saying that 3 times fast. Cody Durden, 34 years old, 17-9-1 in his professional career. Coming in at 5'6" with a 67-inch reach as a southpaw striker. Cody Durden, man, people used to talk about him in a very positive light. He's 34 now. He's on a rough 3-fight skid, getting finished in his last 2. I will say one of them was Josh Van, so not a bad loss. And then Jose Ochoa. He also lost via an anaconda choke to Alan Nascimento. So he's kind of just on his way out. He really hasn't shown any progression in a long, long time. He's definitely plateaued. Striking's not that great. His wrestling's not that great. He's just kind of become a gatekeeper at this point. Tumendemberel, he's 27-year-old Mongolian, which you don't see them a whole lot in the UFC. He's got 5 submission wins and 4 first-round finishes, all under 62 seconds. So all just about under a minute. Tumendemberel lost a very controversial split decision in his UFC debut against Carlos Hernandez. Don't know if you guys saw that or not, but he's very hungry to prove that he's the real deal here. And Durden, just a gritty ATT wrestler trying to fight for his job here. I don't think it's really going to happen, though. I think Tumendemberel is going to start way faster than Cody Durden. Cody Durden's going to be literally fighting for his life for the first half of the first round. And maybe after that, he could start landing some takedowns. But, let's look at some of Cody Durden's wins. He's got wins over Matt Schnell, which, 6 years ago, that was good. Charles Johnson, not a terrible, not the greatest win, but now it's in better light because he's been on kind of a tear. Yeah, I think Temberel's gonna have no problem out wrestling Cody Durden. I think he's gonna be very not like visibly emotional in the fight, but he's really trying to prove something. So this is my long-winded way of saying Naim Dragal by sub.
Okay. I mean, respect it, respect it. Yeah, Cody Durden at this point in his career is just a company man.
Yeah.
That's all he really is. He's gonna go out there round 1. He's gonna box and wrestle his little ass off. And if he can't get Tumend out of there by then, it's Barrel's gonna put him out.
Yeah.
Barrel's got a powerful, powerful jab. He's got a powerful 2. He's just everything. He's got a long jab. He likes a dirty box. He will just walk into range. This dude's wild right out the gate. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets another 30-second KO. He already has 3 of them in his career.
Yeah.
It's just, if Cody can get him down, he's not the greatest on the bottom. But I don't see him just getting to the ground. I see his takedown defense holding up. I see Cody getting his legs put out, sadly.
You just get knocked out.
I'm going Tumendemberel by KO.
I like it. So we're both definitely thinking the same thing inside the distance. I don't know. I think he's gonna get a sub because he wants to prove it. But we'll have to see. I wouldn't be surprised if he just sparks Cody Durden too, so just like you said.
He's already got 3 of them.
Yeah. Alrighty, moving up.
We got Ricky Turcios taking on Alberto Montes. Alberto Montes, 10-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, making his UFC debut, coming off a round 2 anaconda choke win over Carlos Calderon. Ricky Turcios, 12-5 in his career, 2-3 in the UFC, 2-3 in his last 5, coming off a decision loss to Bernardo Sopage. Montes, grappling specialist. He's an anaconda sniper. He sells out majorly for it. Good 1-2. He has an okay teep, but he does not give a damn about it. He will throw a ton of kicks. He wants you to catch his kicks. He wants you to try to take him down just so he can latch up that anaconda.
It's
He'll go for
nasty.
it. He wants to get to the ground. He's got good get-ups. He's strong and aggressive. He won his Dana White's Contender Series contract back in 2004. And he's been out since. He hasn't fought in a year and a half.
Did you say
Waits for
2004?
Sorry, 2024. My
Oh, I
bad.
was like,
My
what the
bad.
fuck?
No, thank you for that. Yeah,
I figured, but
2024. Waits for opponents to take him down before going for that anaconda. He's not shooting for takedowns. He's waiting for you to do one to him. And this is the perfect opponent for him to land one of those nasty anacondas on. Because Turcios is sloppy. He was supposed to fight Smotherman on the first card of the year, and then Smotherman had his weight cut face plant. I hope he's
I hope he's
okay. I
doing
still
good.
haven't heard anything. Yeah, Ricky's a good scrambler. He has okay pace and pressure. He likes to brawl. He throws anything from anywhere. He's getting more sloppy as time goes on. He does have a positive strike differential, surprisingly. It's only +1, but it's still positive. He keeps the pace high. He's always engaging, but there's no power in his hands. He landed 27 significant strikes out of 200 on Ayman Zahabi.
This.
Ricky doesn't respond well to leg kicks. He's soft to the body. He's not dangerous at this level, and he's moving up a weight class here. So he's going to be the smaller man. I got to go Montes by that nasty anaconda submission.
Yeah. I got nothing to add on to that. That was a perfect breakdown. It's either gonna be an anaconda or a darce, same sub, just depending on the entry. Either under the neck, then the arm, or under the arm, then the neck. But regardless, he's gonna get a front choke on him. Um, Probably in the first round. I don't see this going far at all. Ricky Turcios, I said it in the last breakdown, somehow manages to get worse and worse every single fight. And he's not even that old. And he just consistently shows up worse than he did in his last fight. And it's crazy and it's sad to see. But give me Alberto Montes by submission, violent submission early, first or second round.
I picked Turcios against Smotherman. I thought he was going to beat Smotherman then. I don't see him beating Montes at all here.
I picked against him then. I'm picking against him now. I had nothing to add to that. Perfect breakdown. Montes by sub. Moving up. Another 4-digit last fiver. We got D.Johnson, 5-0 in his last 5, 27 years old. Coming off of a second round submission. I think it was a second round. Submission over what's his name? I'm blanking on his name.
Dumas.
Cedric Dumas, yep, because Cedric wanted to wrestle with him. And that was actually Johnson's first professional submission. He's a power puncher, man. He hits really, really hard. He just wanted to show off that wrestling since Dumas wanted to try to bring it there. 100% finish rate. Secured his contract on the Contender Series with a 64-second knockout. And then got that round 2 choke over Cedric Dumas. He's fascinating, to say the least. He's fascinating. Former Division III college wrestler and football player. He's super duper religious. And all respect to him. Super, super religious. And you can tell he, like, every aspect of his life is around and for God. And Brundage, I just broke him down recently. I don't need to go too in depth. You guys know him. He does not have a 72-ton reach, by the way. It's a typo. 1-2, 1-1 his last 4. Who's his last loss? I don't even have it up here. Cody Brundage last
Cam
fight.
Rouston.
It was Cam Rouston. Yeah, he got knocked out in the second round. Before that, split decision to Eric McConico. Before that was a
McConico,
draw with Malika or
Malik.
Abdul Malik. I got stuttering there. Cody Brundage, a fast
Then he
starter.
KO'd Julian Marquez.
Yeah,
No contest with Abdul Razak Al
Brundage, pretty fast starter. He's gonna come out. He's gonna try to wrestle Johnson because he's gonna want to stay away from the hands. He's not gonna be safe there. I don't really see Johnson getting another submission here. I think it's gonna be a knockout. I think I kind of like see Brundage having him against the cage for like 20 seconds, and then Johnson reversing him and just teeing off on him, and Brundage just folding up. So again, uh, give me the Dante Johnson knockout. I could see Brundage surviving the first round. I could see him being as defensive as possible, just wrestling and trying to just grind. But every round starts on the feet. And if for some reason he's able to hold down Dante Johnson, I don't think Dante lets that happen a second time. So give me Dante Johnson round 1, round 2 KO.
like it. I really like it. Yeah, Johnson, primarily a striker, showed off his grappling last fight. He does tend to hesitate a bit. He has that twitch muscle a little too much. Throws monstrous slams when he picks you up and takes you down. He's still constantly improving. The thing I don't like about Johnson is he can be taken down. If Cedricus Dumas can take you down, I think anyone in this weight class can.
Well, Cedric Dumas is
And
actually a pretty good wrestler. He's not a terrible
true,
wrestler. I know we shit on him as a fighter and as a person, but I will
but
give
like
credit where it's due. He's a decent wrestler.
Dumas, Brundage. Brundage still above. Brundage still above.
A little bit.
But Brundage killer be killed fighter. High level wrestling. Always has a good round one. And then he just quits on himself. Decent power, okay striker. Gatekeeper. We were talking about it
Yeah.
earlier. This man is a gatekeeper for the UFC. If you
Not top
cannot
10,
beat
not
Brundage,
15, like Brodie said, just UFC.
yeah. I think Brundage is coming back too soon after being TKO'd to Cam. I mean, that was just back in
I know we
January.
like just broke
January
that
3rd.
down.
Yeah, that was way too soon to be coming back after that. He just turtles up after round one. He's also on short notice here, on like a 2-week notice. Dante Johnson was supposed to fight Dusko Todorovic,
Yep.
but constant turnarounds. He's had the weirdest run in the UFC that we talked about earlier. I like Johnson. I can't trust Brundage. You can't trust Cody in the UFC.
No.
You can't. Dante Johnson, he wanted the knockout when he fought Cedricus Dumas and he couldn't get it. I think he's gonna want to do it here. Johnson by KO.
Yeah. I like it. Alrighty. Another Cody.
Cody Garbrandt versus Long Zhao. Cody Garbrandt 14-7 in his career, 9-7 in the UFC, 2-3 in his last 5, coming off a decision loss to Ronnie Barcelos. Long Zhao 27-10 in his career, 1-2 in the UFC, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off a decision loss to Su Young Yu.
Dude, let me just say 27-10 at 27 years old is nuts. 37 professional
Yeah,
fights. That's
yeah, it's
crazy.
kind of crazy. 37-21 professional fights. Cody Garbrandt. Cody no love. Cody. Yeah, former champ. Cody. Dude. You can't. All right, hold on. Long Zhao. Durable grappler. Doesn't panic. Always in trouble. Wrestles out at all costs. He has sloppy striking. He let the last fight just slip away from him against you. I honestly thought he won that fight, but he just let it slip away in the last couple of seconds. He has good cardio, but it takes time for him to get going. So he's poor in round 1, better in round 2, great in round 3. He really pushes that pressure in round 3. He will walk into punches trying to grab people into the clinch and just start working from there. Hey, come on, go down. All right. But Yu was faster against Zhao. Now, Garbrandt, he has the skills to win here. He still has some brief moments of random power. He is still a sharp counter striker, but he is a shell of what he used to be. I'm not sure. When was his last win? Like, I know it says 2 and 3, but what does he fight, like, once a year now?
It's not super often. Let me check here. His last win. That was title fight, so I was like, "There's no way." His last win was, Brian Kelleher in 2023, and then he
So
lost by
someone who's not in the
submission to
UFC.
Figueiredo and lost a decision to Barcelos.
So he's losing to UFC calibers and beating the ones who have been kicked. All right.
That's one fight. He had 2 fights in 2023, one in March, one in December, one fight in 2024, and then one fight in 2025.
And he's lost his last 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give me Zhao. Give me Zhao Long by decision. I think it goes to full. I think Cody, if he couldn't get finished by Barcelos, if Barcelos couldn't finish him, I don't think Zhao's gonna. Cody's got heart, so Zhao decision.
Yeah, perfectly said, man. Cody Garbrandt, 34 years old. Uh, Zhao Long, 27. He's got 5.25 strikes landed per minute versus Cody Garbrandt's 2.8. You know, it's been 10 years since Cody Garbrandt's legendary run for the title, but he's 3-7 his last 10 fights coming into this. He's said himself he's trying to find his love for fighting again. You don't want to hear that when you're trying to put money on somebody. And he was trying to return more to his boxing and wrestling roots than just brawling. Zhao Long, 1-2 in his first UFC fights. He's got 37 fights of experience. That's crazy. So he knows what it takes to use that experience, you know. Garbrandt's footwork and his hand speed are still really, really good for being this late in his career. But he has no defensive responsibility. He's very easy to hit. 59% striking defense. And it really, really fails him now when he gets dragged into the pocket with somebody. That's why those 2 losses that we were, well, not the last one, but he had a couple of KO losses. Kaikar France knocked him out in the first round a few years ago. He's just not defensive anymore. And I don't know if Cody's even going to be able to manage his cardio for 15 minutes at this point. Long is so durable. His cardio is great. And I think Long is going to have no problem extending this fight into that 13th, 14th, 15th minute. And I think he's going to outstrike Garbrandt. I think he's going to hurt Garbrandt more. He's going to have more moments, and he's going to carry the minutes. And I think Long Zhao is going to win a decision over a former champ. So I couldn't agree more. I'm excited for this one, but if you want to start breaking this one down, you can, Brodie, because I know you really like Bruno.
Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. Gregory Rodriguez, 18-6 in his career, 9-3 in the UFC, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off a decision win over Roman Kopylov.
First fight of the main card, by the way.
That's right, we are kicking off the main card with this. Bruno Ferreira, 15-2 in his career, 6-2 in the UFC, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off a decision win over Marvin, the Fire Hydrant Head Vittori. Gregory Rodriguez, high-level grappler, BJJ black belt, poor cardio. He wrestled up CLD. He's a give one to get one type of striker. Heavy power behind each punch. But he got KO'd the first time these two fought in round 1.
Mind you, too,
He only
while
boxed.
you mentioned that, I just want to say Bruno Ferrero made his debut on short notice and flatlined Gregory Rodriguez in that fight. So there's a lot of animosity in this fight, in this rematch.
He did only box Rodriguez, RoboCop, only boxed the first fight. He might engage more in the wrestling this time here. He was recently KO'd again last year by Jarrett Cannonier, proving his chin can still be cracked. He has a 46% striking accuracy. He is constantly moving forward. Oh, and I already mentioned poor cardio. Bruno Ferreira. He is a power punch type of striker, light on his feet, okay grappling in BJJ. He's got a judo background, bad cardio. He will slow down after 7.5 minutes. I already mentioned the KO earlier on RoboCop in the first round. The first time they fought, I believe it was a jab that put down RoboCop. I think he walked into it, if I'm remembering it a little bit right. But he keeps putting together wins. He lost to Abus by sub, and then since that loss, he got 2 sub wins of his own. He's showing the improvement of his ground game. Good judo. He beat the hell out of Vittori. Good stance switches. Poor cardio. 46% striking accuracy. These two are the same amount of accurate. Their cardio is both just about the same. Their power is almost this. These two are just like the same fighter to me. It's just Bruno's chin is more quality in my eyes. I see this going almost the same way, except I see RoboCop being a little more reserved, maybe carrying this into a second or third round, but I think a second round KO for Bruno is where it's going to be.
100% agree with every single thing you said except the last thing. Perfect breakdown. But I think Gregory Rodriguez is gonna implement the wrestling. I think they are the same fighter. I agree Bruno has a better chin, but I think Bruno has slightly worse cardio. It's slightly worse wrestling. I think Gregory is gonna come out, immediately blast a takedown. Like immediately wear out Bruno for the entirety of the first 5 minutes, and then I think Gregory Rodriguez is gonna get a knockout in the second round. So we both got the same idea, but I think G Rod's gonna be knocking him out and getting his get back.
We're both
I
calling
think
the
he's been
round.
on a really good streak too. They're both on a pretty good streak, but yeah, all right, we're both going round 2 KO. I'm on G Rod, you're on Bruno.
Let's go, Hulk.
Alrighty, don't say it. Moving up, we got Drew Dober going up against his preferred target, Michael Johnson. Uh Drew Dober, man, always a fun fight. I always forget that he's 37. Like he's getting older. I'm trying to get my notes up here. Uh don't look at the records. Look at their highlight reels. That's way more important here. Way more important here. Potential people's main event. Potential, I don't want to say fight of the night because Charles and Max are up, but this could definitely get a performance bonus here. Uh Two of the fastest, hardest hitting, most battle tested veterans in the lightweight division right now. Guaranteed violence. Johnson still at 39 years old has some of the fastest hands at 155. Dober's got an iron chin for the most part. And his left hand was like created in a lab. Like he hit so goddamn hard with that. Don't expect takedowns. Expect a devastating knockout. Um, Probably under 1.5. And I'm just gonna say it. Statistically, Drew Dober knocks these people out. He knocks these people out. And
What do you mean by these people?
you know what I mean by these people. He tends to knock them out. And I can't even lie. I base my bets on Drew Dober around that. I picked Kyle Prepelec. Kyle Prepelec almost won that damn fight too. Really, really, really close. If the he didn't get a full 5 minute break, he was definitely about to win that. Um, I think it's gonna be a late round 1, early round 2 Drew Dober knockout. I think if you're on Michael Johnson knockout, I can't hate you for the pick. Um, they're just very similar stylistically. They're both gonna be coming out looking to bang. I just think Drew Dober's not necessarily going to be the first one to the punch, but I think his are going to land a little bit harder. And I think Drew Dober's chin can take it a little bit more than Michael Johnson's can at this point. Give me Drew
Yeah.
Dober by knockout.
I don't think I disagree with anything you said there. I agree 100% with everything. I like the pick. I agree with the method. I think Dober's going to flatline Johnson. I could see it happen in round 2 as well. Johnson's going to slow down real fast here. He beats Zellhuber. We all know Zellhuber sucks now.
Yep.
We thought it was just a one-off. He's trash. Dober knocks out Zellhuber.
Yes.
There's not much more I can add to what you said there. I think Dober's going to cleanly put down Johnson. Dober's going to be more powerful here. Johnson's going to slow down real fast. I can see Dober knocking him out round 2, round 3.
Yeah. I don't see this fight going the distance, that's for sure.
No, this is going to be a fun fight.
Alrighty.
They got two nice and two vets fighting each other there. What in the hell is that?
It's Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. Why don't you go ahead and break this one down for us, Brodie?
Okay. Wow, I was not expecting that. Rob Font, 22-9 in his career, 12-8 in the UFC, 2-3 in his last 5, coming off a hard-fought decision loss to David Martinez. Raul Rosas Jr., 11-1 in his career, 5-1 in the UFC, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off a decision win over Vince Morales. Rob Font, tough and fast technical boxer, doesn't like to kick much, fighting the worst striker that he has fought in the last 10 years. This man is a minutes, not moments winner. Oh, you could say both sometimes, but usually more minutes recently. Knows how to offset control time. He will get taken down. He's been taken down 1, 2, 3. I think the last 3 of his fights, they all got him down.
He gets held down too. That's what I don't like here.
His last fight against Martinez, he was grappled to hell, but he does have good get-ups. His chin has been cracked a few times as of recent, but he's still durable. He's still showing good recovery. Good pressure, good power, good volume at 5 significant strikes per minute. Does have pillow hands. He does have pillow hands. On the other side, Raul Rosas Jr., pure, relentless grappler. Expect him to have grappling success here. He's going to get the takedowns. He probably will have Fon's back once or twice. He still gasses, though, for being as young as he is at only 21. This kid should not be gassing. He should be able to go 15 minutes, no problem. Yeah. I'm trying not to right now. He pulled out of his last fight, and he gave 2 different reasons. I don't know which one to believe. He told one reporter he had a rib injury. He told another reporter his brother was fighting on the same day, and he wanted to make sure his brother was going to be ready for the fight. Rojas Jr. has also been saying that he wants to retire as young as 25. He's already thinking about getting out of the game. I don't like that for being 21. He's a non-stop wrestler. He does have some power, brings heavy pace, and can be very reckless at times. He is getting better with every fight. The UFC wants to make him a star, but I don't know if they're going to keep it up if he's going to retire at 25. I like Rob Font. This man's hung in there with Martinez. He's hung in there against G Matsumoto. He beat G Matsumoto.
Hey, I knew you were going to say that. I fucking knew you were going to say that. Do you want me to pull up the clip from a month ago when you said he did not fucking beat Gene Matsumoto and that he robbed Gene Matsumoto?
He did.
Let's just keep it fucking real here for a second.
Okay. G Matsumoto beat Rob Font, but the judges gave it to Font. If they do that same thing here, Raul Rosas Jr., in my eyes, could clearly beat Rob Font, but I could pick up another bullshit win by picking the Font side here. So I'm going Rob Font by a bullshit decision.
You know, man, my original pick before I wrote anything down was Rob Font decision, but the takedown threat is too much. He is going to get taken down. And the thing is, now in his career, he's not just getting taken down. He's being held there, and he's not getting up, and he's barely making an effort to get up. And I think Raul Rosas Jr. is going to have zero problem getting Rob Font to the ground, and there's not going to be enough Rob Font action for the judges to even give him a robbery decision. I think it's literally just going to be 15. If Rosas doesn't find a sub, which I don't think he does, I think it's just going to be a 15-minute, like, boring decision. I think Font might stuff one or two takedowns early while they're dry. But after that, all he's really going to have is that jab. And I think Rosas is going to be able to go right under it and get him to the ground. And I was telling Brodie earlier, I'm not even super high on Rosas. I don't like him that much. He hasn't blown me away in any of his fights yet. 17-year age gap, though. I'll be kicking myself if Font wins. But I don't see him being able to do anything once he's on the ground. I think it's going to be 30-27 Raul Rosas Jr. decision. Maybe 29-28 on one judge's scorecards, but
Give me 29-28 split decision, Rob Font.
I see where you're coming from, but I can't put money down based off of one robbery win when there wasn't even that many takedowns in that fight. Was there even any takedowns in that fight?
What, against Matsumoto?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
Okay.
They both had some, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I think Rojas will get the back in round 1. He's gonna be on him, but I think he's gonna gas out.
If Rosas gets his back, I think he subs him.
I don't. I think Font's prepping for Rojas having his back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Rosas finishes him, but I'm going Rosas decision. I think it's gonna be way too clear and one-sided. I don't see a path to victory for Rob Font here. If his takedown defense was better, or not even his takedown defense, if his get-up game was better, I would pick Rob Font. I want to pick Rob Font. I really want to pick him. I can't pull the trigger on him. So that's one we're fully disagreeing. Oh, same method, but disagreeing on that one. Moving up. This is the co-main, right? Yeah, co-main. We got Kyle Borralho, the leader of the Fighting Nerds, brother, going up against Renier de Ridder, Mr. Quitter. Kyle Borralho, 33 years old, 17-2 in his professional career. They're both these, I mean, RDR 35, 21-3 in his professional career. Both of them elite black belts, but Borralho definitely has a massive striking advantage, but Renier has a massive mass advantage. He's so big. I mean, he fought heavyweight in the LFA at one point. That's crazy. And his top game is very suffocating. Like, if he gets on top of Kyle, it could be a problem. They're different type of grapplers. RDR, former double champ outside the UFC. He's got a big test against Kyle right now. Borralho's looking to bounce back from his loss against Nasruddin Imavov. I think Kyle is going to fight this fight safe. I think he's going to try to pitter-patter around the outside of the octagon and use his speed advantage. I don't see Kyle intentionally crashing in or intentionally fighting in the pocket, because that's where RDR can start throwing those knees. And he throws a lot of decoys to try to get you in the clinch. He's very dangerous in the clinch. He's got that like Dutch kickboxing style. If it hits the mat, though, I will say I think that RDR is one of the few people on this planet that could submit Kyle Borralho. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I think Kyle is just going to play it. I think he's going to play it very safe. Again, like I was saying earlier, I don't think he's going to allow this fight to get to the ground. And I can't bet on somebody. So RDR is 21-3, and 2 of those losses come to himself, quitting on the stool. How do you put money on somebody like that, man? You know, I don't think I'm really going to be betting this fight all too much. The odds are kind of wide, and RDR is so big. All it takes is one knee. You saw his fight against Robert Whitaker, that was crazy back and forth. I know you remember that fight, Brodie. I know you remember that fight very well. But I think Kaio is gonna play it very smart here, and I think he's gonna pitter patter his way to a decision. I don't think it's gonna be a barn burner fight like a lot of people think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be more on the average pace side. I don't really see any mega moments happening. Um, Kaio's got to keep this on the feet. They're not the same type of grappler. RDR will smother him if it gets to the ground. But like I said, give me Kaio decision.
Borralho, RDR. Let me start with RDR. RDR, two-time quitter on the stool. This man is a quitter, like you said. Twice. But he's a solid grappler, big for the weight class. Known to throw those big knees up the middle, decent takedowns, great submissions, hits hard. Good in the clinch. He's a patient, high-level grappler. Has always hit as a UFC dog. He is good on his back, defensively sound, looking for subs off his back. His style takes more gas, though. It takes a lot of gas, the style he likes to throw. Apparently, he wasn't feeling good during the Allen fight.
Aww.
He got some blood tests done at the UFC PI. They got his cardio back on track. They got everything back where it's supposed to be. But he's still coming back 5 months after the loss to Allen. After doing 4 fights last year, this is still too soon for RDR. Kyle Borralho. Slick grappler with okay striking. Leader of the fighting nerds. High fight IQ. Could be spread a little thin. Dude's at like every UFC event. He's training. He's coaching. The roofie drama recently. You know, you got to deal with Silva.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I keep that fucking dog on a leash.
Yeah, like that's a lot right there. 0-5 for takedowns against Imavov. Kyle got great cardio. He's more technical. He's not as powerful,
I
but
do
he has a
not think he'll
sharp
be
guard
shooting
piercing.
takedowns this fight. If he's smart,
Probably
he
not.
will not shoot a takedown this fight.
Yeah, we saw what happened in Nickel.
Yeah.
Uh, Borralho has a sharp guard piercing 1-2. He's been training for clinch work to get out of it, it looked like from the reels that I was seeing. He did dominate Allen in their when they fought in the grappling. He had no moments in his fight against Imavov. He's a decision machine. He has that karate style footwork. But there is something I want to point out here. If you look, you can see that Kyle Borralho's takedown defense is standing at a miraculous 76% for the UFC. So I wanted to do some digging. I did a little bit of digging on this because I heard some things. Now, what if I told you that if you remove one of those fights, his takedown defense is 40%?
Who shot fucking 20 takedowns on him?
Paul Craig.
Oh. I mean,
And Paul Craig
that's a
can't take
good.
anybody down.
Eh.
I mean, Paul Craig's last fights.
If my grandmother had wheels,
Paul,
she'd be a
uh,
bicycle.
Paul Craig's last fights, he went 0-2 for takedowns against Bukakis, 0-6 for takedowns against Bellato, 0-0 for takedowns against Nickel, 0-6 against Borralho, 0-2 against Allen. Paul Craig hasn't gotten a takedown since 2023.
Nice little find there.
Right? So if you take that one fight out, that one fight, he's been taken down 3 out of 5 times in the UFC. RDR has good takedowns. He has great top control. I'm picking RDR by decision. Give me the dog. He's a quitter. I'm probably not putting any money on him,
Yeah.
but I am picking him to win here by decision.
I respect the pick. I disagree with it. I see where you're coming from, but I respect it.
Once I found
I
that out
have
about
such
Kyle's takedown defense,
a shit shaded lens towards RDR now. It's really hard for me to gain respect for a fighter again after I see them quit. And mind you, I like I said earlier, I could pick them. I will never, ever, ever, ever put money on RDR ever again. If you ever see me putting money on RDR, it's an imposter.
Yeah, it's hard to bet RDR. You can't trust him with your
He
money
won't.
after
He won't
quitting.
fight for your money. He won't fight for your money.
He won't.
There's plenty of other
He gives
fighters,
up.
especially on this card and underdogs on this card. Charles Oliveira, Michael Johnson, that will fight for your money. Cody Brundage will fucking fight harder for your money.
Yeah, that is true. He will.
At
He
least
will
he,
not
at least
stop.
he
Well,
quits like a fucking man.
It's true. He does. He does the honorable quitting.
Yeah, I would rather
He will let
watch
his
the
opponent get
honorable
the
way.
stubborn KO.
Yep. I'm tired. Take me out. All right. Disagreeing. Same method once again. Moving up. I'm excited for that one though. Moving up. Bah! Do I even
Take it away.
need to say anything here? You guys know who Max Holloway is. You guys better know who Charles Oliveira is. We got the BMF, the all-time highest strikes landed, going up against the all-time finish king, most submissions, would be most knockouts if Derek Lewis didn't exist. Man, I gotta stand for this. I am so excited for this fight. If you don't know, this is a rematch. I don't even know if you guys can see me. If you don't know, this is a rematch. If you look at the fight record before, you're going to see a TKO for Max Holloway. That's not really what happened. Charles Oliveira kind of just got like paralyzed in their fight. Had some esophagus injury apparently after shooting a takedown. So scrap that fight. It never really happened. Max Holloway, man, fun little stat for you guys. Let me pull this up just so I know I'm not saying this. The only man to even attempt a submission on Max Holloway is Dustin Poirier. He was submitted by Poirier in his debut in 2012, 14 years ago. And he didn't see another submission attempt until UFC 318 when Poirier jumped that Gilly. Just a fun little stat for you. He will be facing submission threats against Charles Oliveira. It's just the truth. But Max Holloway is great takedown defense, man. Smart, too. They're going to be swinging really hard. I don't think Charles is even going to try to shoot a takedown immediately. I think he's going to stand there and bang with Max Holloway for a little bit, which is a bad idea. Call him pillow-fisted if you want. Max puts the volume on people really, really hard. And I don't want to say anything bad about either of these guys. They're two of my all-time favorite fighters. I have a autographed picture from UFC 300 that Brodie got me for my birthday or for Christmas before. Like, I love Max Holloway, man. I love Charles just as much. That being said, I think Holloway's at 155. I think he's going to really be putting the hurt on Charles through these first couple of rounds. And I think Holloway's going to knock him out in the third round. I think he's going to get a TKO. I know Max is smart enough. If he drops him, which I don't know if he'll drop him bad, but he's smart enough to not follow him to the ground, because like a lot of people do, they drop Charles. You see that he gets dropped a lot, but then he just sits there like this and he waits for you, because that's where he's safest. He's a shark. I could see this going to decision. I could see it going all the way. I still think Holloway would take it by decision. I think as long as Holloway's able to fight off those submission attempts, which will be coming, which are way easier said than done against Charles Oliveira. It's hard because we don't have a lot of footage of Max Holloway escaping submission attempts because no one fucking tries to with him. They all fall victim to his game, and they all stand and bang with him. Give me Max Holloway TKO.
Respect it. Respect it. Not much more I can add there. Holloway, technical high-volume kickboxer. Great IQ. Pushes an insane pace.
Yeah, he does.
Oliveira, finish king in the UFC. This man has only lost recently. His 3 recent losses are to Armin Sarukian,
which
Islam
was
Makhachev, and
wicked close. That was wicked close. Charles could have
Those are
taken
his
that
most
fight.
recent. That is insane. The level this man fights at is crazy. I mean, Holloway's still fighting crazy competition, but like Oliveira's not losing. And when Max beats Oliveira, he's gonna add another layer to his legacy.
He wants a Ilya fight back.
I think he might get that Ilya fight.
I think he should
Especially if you
avoid
think
it
he
like the
knocks out
plague.
Oliveira. I do too, but if he wants it, he'll get it.
But hey, you know what?
Especially if he knows
It would be at 155. It would be at 155. So that would be a
that's true.
huge leg up for Holloway. Holloway's not a 145er anymore, man. He looks horrible
Give me
in
Max
that fight.
Holloway, but because of the grappling, because Max doesn't face the grappling much, I'm gonna say he wins a decision.
Which I absolutely could see too.
28-27, Holloway.
48-47.
48-46. Yeah, dude, my math right now.
Yeah,
give me a break, guys.
This is
I
gonna
only
be a
slept
fun
3
fight.
hours last night.
This is gonna because he was up researching for you. This is gonna be a fun fight, man. I'm excited, but I'm equally devastated for this fight. I was telling Brodie last night, like sincerely, like not even to be funny. I was like, man, I live for this sport. I love this sport so much. But these are the fights that fucking kill you the worst as a fight fan, man. And at least it's not a Taporia fight announcement where you just know there's a victim just waiting for 2 months. You're like, oh, okay, now I have to wait 65 days to see Max Holloway get knocked out. Oh, I gotta wait 60 days to see Charles Oliveira got knocked out. Oh, I gotta wait till June to see Justin Gaethje get knocked out. So someone's getting finished here. I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I'm feeling like it's gonna be a decision. I said Holloway KO. I'm sticking with it, but I absolutely will be playing the decision too in my bets.
I mean, Oliveira is training for that last 10-second firefight. He's expecting to be losing the fight going into the final 10 seconds of the 5th round. He's training for Max to point down and say, "You want a shot? Let's do it."
Yep.
Max could get another last second KO in the 5th round.
We got some fun flyers for you guys that we'll be talking about Friday, but we already started picking some, and we found a really cool SGP for you guys. I hope you'll be able to tail. We're not going to talk about that until Friday. We'll show the bot picks Friday.
I got a lot of good bets in my head that I've been running through. I can't wait to share them with you guys.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see these lines open up more.
Me too. Most of the main cards open on most sports books already.
Yep, just gotta wait for those prelims to drop.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add for this, Brodie?
Not really. We like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys aren't commenting. You're watching but not commenting. Leave a comment. Let us know you watched to the end.
Let us know. Let us know that you saw this, and maybe we'll share a little special little flyer with just a little special somebody.
Let us know who you're on, what fight you're taking.
Let us know what you disagree on and why. Let us know what you agree on and why.
Yeah, if you think we're stupid for picking these guys, let us know. Call us out.
Right?
Let us hear it.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Let's start talking about it.
Show
Honestly,
yourselves.
we get enough viewers, we'll start doing live streams, bring someone on, and we can start doing, we'll call it like polar opposites or something. But as always, guys, thank you so much for hanging out for the last hour. Very, very excited for our weigh-in video and bet video Friday. Even more excited for the fight Saturday. And I think Sunday is going to be a nice recap video. I think we're going to be doing good this weekend. So as always, guys, thank you so much, and we will see you Friday. Later, guys.